Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lab Wall.
Lab wall.
Okay, so we've gotten to the point where apparently we have to make choices on this too. I guess we should have expected this. It's not just all dialogue. But I just really want to know how this plays out. So I'm just going to go with, we're going to go ahead and admit we're using a walkthrough on this. Because I just want to know what's happening. I want to know what we need to pick. So we can just get to the end. I want to know what is this?
Who done it?
Who cut my friggin' head off and then diced me into pieces and distributed me about the school?
Maybe you did it. Maybe you yourself were an amazing cosplay artist and you really wanted to seven it up.
Are you saying that I killed myself, cut myself into pieces, just put my pieces into individual boxes?
I imagined you jumping off of a building into like a bunch of little slicers that landed your pieces like neatly into the boxes. And then like, you know, they all were like you hit so hard that like
so how did the boxes get to the different
see, here's what it is. You put like tape on the lids of the open boxes that were attached to the flaps, so like when you hit, it like pulled the lids closed.
Oh my god.
You see? And they all were sitting on a pallet, and the pallet, all the boxes, they already had their shipping labels attached, postage paid in advance, which means the UPS guy, he's just going to walk by and see them and go, oh, I need to deliver this to where they need to go. And he did.
Oh my god. What? You know what? This is an airtight theory. I would
Just like those boxes.
You son of a bitch. Alright, we're going to the lab. Okay, hold on. Alright. Before we go any further. This lab. Alright. Remember when, okay, so earlier when I played like all the other playthroughs on my own time,
Yeah.
when I was going with the Kazuaki route, I remember at one point your character leaves something in this room, like I forget, it was a notebook or her phone or
Some sort of MacGuffin.
yeah, whatever. Just a reason to go back to this room. She runs in, grabs it, and runs right out. This screen, this background for the lab, is only actually shown for like maybe 2 blocks of dialogue, but as soon as you come out, you get ambushed by Iwamine. And he says something, he asks you, did you see anything? And like, that alone, the fact that he asks you if you saw something means that there was something to see.
Yeah.
So, do you know, can you see like can you think of anything that would be unusual in this room?
Well, it's a bird school, yet there's a dissected human.
I'm pretty sure that's just a display. But
birds have their eyes on either side of their face instead of directly in the front. Yet the microscopes are built for front viewing animals.
Oh shit. Huh.
The cabinets seem to be designed for small hands, not bird wings.
Huh. Also, the bottles, not the white ones with the X's on them, but the other ones, they have various blue and red liquids. Obviously, they're health and mana potions.
Yeah, but if you're going to find somebody who's going to rat out whodunit, this is the best room, because obviously this is where you find the stool pigeon.
God. Brian.
Look, if you make me stare at a screen long enough, I'm going to find a terrible smart-ass pun.
I can't. Excuse us! It's always been one of the gloomier parts of the school.
With all the dead human and stuff.
But today we've lightened it up with cheesy-ass stool pigeon puns.
Huzzah! Hello, Kawara!
Sir, thank you for being with gluten now. All 12 pieces of her.
Of course. Sakazaki came and asked me to come right after you two left the gym.
You must have gone past us. How unfortunate. The doctor is lining the pieces of gluten up on one of the lab benches.
Must you glower at me so, Mr. Kawara?
I'm not glowering at you.
Do you disapprove of my handling her?
He gives me an evil smile. No, that's not it. Just wish we had a doctor who wasn't this malicious. Are you finding anything, Dr. Iwamine?
Not yet, no. I only just finished assembling her. It will take some time. I will send word to you when I've finished. Perhaps you have something else to do while you wait?
Like listen to these sweet tunes. Tchaikovsky makes everything better.
Oh my goodness. Dude, you... Like, every time he shows up, you're hung up on the music.
Yes!
Very well. We shall not interfere. Come, Kawada. Right.
Oh, Mr. Kawara, a moment, please.
Yes?
Allow me to give you a hint.
A hint?
You suspect me of foul play, do you not?
I know, I was like, you're gonna fucking make a comment on it too, aren't you?
In light of that, I shall leave it up to you whether you decide to believe me or not. Anyway, I think you missed something very important.
Do I have a boogie? What?
What? Oh, do I have something on my nose? Also, you notice the music just cut
Ooh, yeah.
just really quick, like not even a slow fade, but just done.
It's a dramatic fucking off with the Tchaikovsky.
Jeez. Is that the official name of that audio transition?
Sure.
Fucking off with with Tchaikovsky?
Are you gonna need to know how to spell Tchaikovsky for this episode's title?
No, you will not.
One might say you have forgotten something. Perhaps you should bear that in mind, You're just a little bit off, but I'm sure you'll find the answer yourself if you keep looking.
You know what I'm thinking?
He sounds a little bit like Fat Bender.
So it's better than meatbag now? Oh god. But he's still alive. He was saying woo a few seconds ago. That was just the air pockets, just his pockets of air escaping his folds of fat.
Yep.
Woo. No, what I'm thinking though. What I'm thinking. Since Dr. Irumane is kind of a fat bird and he takes up a lot of the screen. He was asking if we've forgotten something or if we missed something. You think there was something in the room specifically right there before he appeared there?
What would be really interesting is if they had...
It was the stools.
Gotta be. If they had an item that was visible in that previous screen because it was basically like the bird art, but instead of being like the bird art with the outline and everything, it was done exactly in the style of the artwork of the background, so that you wouldn't notice it as being different. And now that we're watching this scene where there's something to see, that piece of asset has not loaded.
I'm not sure I follow.
Like imagine if they had a layer that loads just like the bird does, but it's the other half of the skinned man up there. And the way that it layers over it, it just looks like he's a man standing there with no clothes on.
Okay.
So in other words, it's a sticker loaded or a texture layer just like shoe, but instead of being a photo of a bird, it's just a piece of the background that is loaded in. And because we don't need to see it at this point, it's not loaded, so we can't actually see it here.
Okay, so like in universe, something in the room, but our view doesn't let us see it.
Yeah,
'Cause it's not shown on the.
Yeah, it's not loaded in this scene, but because it's said to keep us from noticing that that's a different thing to draw our attention, it's done in the exact same aesthetic as the background. Kind of like how in the original Resident Evil, you could totally spot stuff you could interact with because it was a low polygon model on the pre-rendered background.
Okay.
To avoid that,
Okay, I didn't play any of the Resident Evils.
we must remedy this.
Oh god.
Ho ho ho. Isn't it beautiful, Mr. Kawara? The sound of your life crumbling apart around you?
Well, he seems pleasant.
He's a lovely human being.
He's Brian.
He's a lovely bird being.
I was about to say that is not a human being. This is literally a game of birds.
I take it does not
Sweet your tastes? Brian, it does not sweet our tastes. We need to add sugar to it.
Okay.
He was rather fond of the unusual himself.
Such as applying sugar to corpse pieces.
A pity.
So who is he?
Well, it's asking.
Oh, I looked away and I pressed the button. I didn't even realize Ryota was asking he. Alright.
Well then, you can handle the outside investigation, and I, the internal. Ho ho ho.
He's gonna molest that corpse. He's gonna do unspeakable things to that head.
And then he's gonna tweet about it?
Good luck, Mr. Kawara.
Right. Thanks, Doctor. You lost me on that. What doing unspeakable things and tweet?
What sound do birds make?
Oh, tweet. God damn it. He's definitely enjoying himself. Kind of like, oh wow. Well. What a psycho. Ryota, I'm with you on this. What did he mean when he said I was missing something? Maybe he was just trying to lead me astray. Better not worry about it for the time being.
What were you talking about, or talking with Kawara about, Doctor?
Nothing important. I was just giving him a little emotional support and encouragement.
I see. That's good then. I'm sure you'll remember not to cause any trouble for my students, Doctor.
Huh. Okay. I just want to make sure this is not just me. Did that kind of seem like
They know what's up?
Well, not just that, but that it almost feels like somewhat of a threat.
Yeah. Oh, he was definitely threatening him there.
Yeah, okay, so that kind of brings me... I'm sorry, I'm backtracking again. Remember before, I had mentioned the part where you get locked into a...
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't mention that. I didn't mention that part. Like, you get confronted by Iwamine.
Mm-hmm.
Shortly after, in that story route, he tells you to go back into the room to get something for him.
Yeah.
And he's close to the door, but, you know, he's kind of insistent on it. So you go ahead and you go back in the door, and he locks it behind you.
Oh, good.
And then later, like a short time after, Kazuaki comes along, he opens the door for you to get you out. And when he, shortly after, you know, with you still with him, confronts Iwamine about it, Iwamine just says, "Oh, I must have forgotten she was in there." Keep in mind, this is seconds after you walk in. He knew exactly what the hell he was doing.
Yeah. He was locking you in to hide whatever.
Exactly, whatever he was trying to hide. But after you leave, Kazuaki and Iwamine are still there, but then Kazuaki kind of says something like, "That was sloppy. You know, if you make mistakes, keep making mistakes like that, it could end up being a fatal mistake." You know, something along those lines. I mean, I'm paraphrasing. I don't know the exact things, but that was kind of a threat. Like later, he says, "I'm just kidding you." So, you know, it kind of seems like he's joking, but kind of not.
Kind of reminds me of Sans from Undertale with the way he's like, "If I hadn't been told to protect you, you'd be dead where you stand. I'm just messing with you."
Oh, yeah. And he gets the serious blacked out eyes.
Yeah.
Like the only time he's ever serious.
Mm-hmm. Or
Yeah,
just me with any of my coworkers. Do your job, or I'll fire you. Just kidding. But of course, I tell them all, if I don't fire you at least once a day, you're not doing your job right. So.
But yeah, I don't... Okay, so yeah, you're getting the Kazuaki is threatening Iwamine for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Okay. I just want to make sure that's not just me.
You want me to do a quick theory dump?
Go for it. I mean, we've got like a minute left. Fire away.
Here's my theories, and I don't know much ahead of this. Like, we really, even when we had the mistake last week and we saw a little bit ahead, we didn't get much past this, and there wasn't a lot to spoil in terms of actual plot. More questions than anything.
Okay.
I'm not going to spoil anything coming up. I'm going entirely based on witnessed up to this point.
What
because
we've gotten.
Up to this point, I had already built these theories in my head.
Okay,
One,
go.
the teachers and the faculty know what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know who did it, but they know why this is here, and I think it's connected.
This being the dome?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think that our character,
Uh-huh.
the way that the villain was screwing with us, the best villains win by telling the truth, not by lying. You know, like Vader did more damage to Luke by telling him he was his father than he ever did by lying to him.
Okay.
So, I think that what he's telling you, that you have forgotten something important to the plot,
Uh-huh.
I think you have. I don't think he's misleading us.
Okay.
I think he's just being a villain. I think your character is tied to this more than he knows.
Okay.
And what was my other thing? There was something else.
Train of thought still boarding at the station right now?
And I don't think we're gonna actually see the headmaster again.
Okay.
The way they were broadcasting it on the TV instead of having him meet reeks of being pre-recorded message.
Right.
So I don't think we're ever gonna see the headmaster again.
Like, the headmaster's dead, or he evacuated, or...
Either or. I still haven't pinned that one down.
Or
yet.
both.
He evacuated to death.
Or he died, then evacuated.
His bowels.
Oh, God.
That happens.